up to date with all things tech? Of course you do! Make sure you hit subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. Good evening to you, and of course this is mmbtechtv, where we like to help you find affordable products faster. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit subscribe, get the comments in the box and give it a big like as well. So of course it is Saturday evening, we have made it to the end of the week. How have you all been? How are you all coping? Here in the UK we are still in lockdown, we're still here, still isolating, still in our household. What's happening where you are? Let us know. What kind of things have you been getting up to? Because if this is your first time joining us, our live streams last for about half an hour, 40 minutes, where it's just literally me and you, and we talk all things tech. And of course we'll touch on the subject in just a second and what we're going to be talking about a little bit later on in the show. So how have you all been? Hope you're well. Been a bit of a manic week over this way. For those of you that follow us on Instagram, if not, go and check us out. Go and follow us over there. This show was either going to be what we're talking about right now, or it was going to be a smartwatch that we've been waiting on that we're currently going to be giving away. And I'm going to give the details of the competition to that at the end of the show. So make sure you stick around for that. But we was hopefully I was looking at the tracking on it, and it got into the UK on the 29th of April, into wherever DHL's holding centre is, and we thought it might have got here today. So we should have been doing an unboxing of a smartwatch, which is like a Samsung Galaxy clone, which I was getting really excited to see. But that hasn't arrived, so possibly it may arrive on Monday now, which we'll roll that into next week's live stream. So, but just make sure you follow us on all the usual social media platforms. If not, if you're on Twitter, head over there, mmbtechtv.co.uk. Sorry, at mmbtechtv, and we'll post some updates on there as well, so go and head over. But we're still here, we're still rocking and rolling, and of course in today's show there is a variety of ways in which you can get involved. So for those of you that are brand new, I've never been here before, you can get involved in the show in numerous amounts of ways. So of course the main one, if you're joining us live now, you can get your questions in the comments box. It's there, the chat box is there. We've got Gary, who's our moderator for today's show, so he can be answering some of your questions, sending some ones to me, so get it in there. Gary, I'll be jumping on and helping you there, so you can either jump in there. If you're watching this on the replay, you can get your comments in the box below. Of course I do respond to all the messages that you put in there. You can contact us on any of our social media platforms. The email address that you see on screen right now, you can get there, or there is a brand new way which you can submit your questions to the show during the course of the week. And for that, what you need to do is simply just head over to our website. So you'd head over to mmbtechtv.co.uk, and then you literally just go over to where it says contact me, click on that. Then it'll take you to our main contact page where you could contact us for any other questions. But there is now a specific section for getting in touch with us on the live stream. So you can scroll down to the bottom and then you'll see where it says want to get involved in the show, and that is where you can submit your questions there if you've got them, or if you're thinking of some during the week, or a suggestion of something you want to see on one of our live streams, then that is the home of where you can get them through. So there are plenty of ways in which you can get involved in the show, because of course this show is all about you. This is how you decide what happens here. Now, speaking about you, I want to jump into our comments and see our chat box and see if we've got anybody in the chat today. If you are with us, good evening to you. So let's have a look. Fish Chris, good evening to you. Love that comment. You're my favourite YouTuber. That's the kind of stuff that I really, really want to hear. That's perfect. So thank you very much there. Gary, our moderator, is in there as well. Hello to you, Gary. Sadiq is another one of our moderators. Hello to you. Good evening. Welcome on the show. So if you are watching us now, get your comments in the box as well. Get them in there and let's have that chat. Now, let's crack on with today's show, because today's show, we was asked a little bit later on during the week. We touched on in last week's live stream, it was like the top 5 tablets, budget tablets. We've done the top 5 budget mobile phones, and we've been asked to do top 5 budget laptops. So laptops are not my big area. So what I've kind of done when I was researching these was looking at usability. So looking at how can you just use it on a day-to-day basis? Can it handle a bit of basic gaming? How they look, but then ultimately is the price as well. So I've tried to keep them all within kind of from £300 or less. They are all available to be delivered worldwide. And all the details for these will be in the show notes at the end of today's show, or they should be there now already if you're looking at this on the replay. So they should already be in there. But I've chosen 5 that are pretty much practical. They're good. They've got enough there to do what the job is in hand. Now, the same theory goes if if you have a job that demands quite a bit, or you do a lot of video editing, really heavy gaming and stuff, then the ones I've chosen are not going to be the ones for you. These are kind of the budget ones to get the main work the main work done, because as we know, a lot of our stuff we do is all cloud-based, so you don't need a lot of space on your computer because it's all done through the cloud, like OneDrive, Google Drive as well, and many others. So the 5 that we've got are the ones that I've personally think are all right, but again, we always want to know what you think as well, and if you have any suggestions of possible ones that didn't make the list, get them in the comments, because our community, you really love to see that kind of stuff, so get involved. So we're going to jump in. They are in no specific order at all. They've just been chosen from the way I've been looking at them and researching them and all that kind of stuff. So the first one is this is the HP Chromebook 11. So this is the HP Chromebook 11. So as you can see from looking at it straight away, the slim design, it's got a 12.45 hours of battery, which gives you, it's pretty much a decent power which will last you all day if you're just looking at keeping it portable. It's ideal to take along, or kind of if you wanted to show it off wherever you go, really. You get access to Google One for a year, which for those of you that are Android users, you know about that. It includes 100 gigabytes of cloud storage, support from Google experts, and distinctive member benefits, and an all-in-one shareable plan. So if you haven't got Google One, I suggest you go and have a look at it. Go and fire away and have a look. Now, Chromebooks, they do run on Chrome OS. I'm not very familiar with Chrome OS, so some input from you guys would be great on that if you've got some experience. But apparently, it's simple, secure computing experience. It gives you easy access to kind of anything Google Drive content-based wise. That is all in there. So in terms of the actual details itself, the item weight is 1.2 kilograms. Screen size 29.5 centimeters, or a screen resolution of 1366 by 768. But then it's got the maximum display resolution is 1360. Oh, it's exactly the same. Sorry, my apologies. Processor wise, it's the Intel Celeron 1.6 gigahertz processor. It's got 4 gigs of RAM. Hard drive space only 16 gig. But again, if you were going to use a portable hard drive, or you're going to do a lot of cloud-based stuff, then that's no problem. In terms of the hardware, like I mentioned earlier, it runs on that Chrome OS operating system and that incredible battery life of 12.45 hours. Now, you can pick this up from Amazon. Price-wise, it's £199 or $248, roughly. The link is in the description, so go and have a little look. So what do you think of it? It looks pretty good. It looks like it can do the job. And to be honest, it's got all the main benefits there and all the main features of a laptop that you would need perhaps just to do the practical things like we mentioned earlier on. So that's number one. Not a bad price, to be honest. Would you spend £200 on a laptop, or is that too cheap? You know, what is there ever? Can you ever be too cheap? Is that a thing? I don't think it is. But all in all, it looks great and it looks like it can do the job. So that was number one. Now, moving over, we're going to slide straight into our spot at number 2, and this is the Lenovo IdeaPad Slim 11-inch version. Have a look at this and see what you think. This is it. So this is the Lenovo IdeaPad Slim 11-inch version. So apparently it's an ideal computer companion. It's kind of feather lightweight. It only weighs 1.2 kilograms. So as you can imagine, that's really light. And I would say this is more ideal for those of you that have to work on the road or you travel around and you need something that's kind of light but yet that transportable that you could take it anywhere. It's got a crystal clear display and audio, high definition anti-glare screen, and 1.5 watt Dolby audio speakers providing clarity while working, watching films maybe, or listening to music. So as you can see, it comes with a whole host of different options there. It's got an 8-hour battery life, rapid charging. I'd be interested to know what the rapid charging is. And then again, it goes back onto you can work from anywhere. You can work from anywhere as it's kind of minimal, slim, lightweight, and you get a good 8 hours out of it. You get preloaded on board with it is the McAfee LiveSafe or LiveSafe and Lenovo Antivirus Plus for protecting your data and identity. So of course, security is king at the moment. You have to protect you and your documents and your life. So it's always good that you get something on board like that. It also features Bluetooth 4.2. You get 2 USB ports, micro SD, HDMI connection, earphone and mic combo. You get a power jack, and apparently you get Microsoft Office thrown in as well. I would double check that one a little bit later on, but have a little look. So some of the other dimensions, as we mentioned earlier, 1.2 kilograms, extremely light for a laptop. I don't know about you, but it's really, really light. Screen size, 11.6 inches to be exact. Maximum display resolution is 1366 by 768. It's got that AMD A4 chipset on board, processor speed of a 1.5 gigahertz, RAM, you get 4 gigs of RAM on board, and you get a whole host of other options, as we mentioned a couple of seconds ago about the Bluetooth and stuff. You get Windows 10 as their natural operating system on board, and of course, as we mentioned earlier, you get the 8 hours of battery life thrown in. So overall, again, another great laptop, which is great for commuting, traveling, if you have to work on the road, and you need something light and portable. Perhaps it might be great for a student to do all your college work, on school work. You don't want it to be too heavy in your bag. Might be the one for you. Personally, I do like a lot of the thinner laptops. For work, I don't have, this is my personal one, but for work, I've got a MacBook Pro, and I just love how thin they are. So kind of that would probably be more tailored for me if I didn't have to do video editing or any of that kind of stuff. What do you make of it? Would that be one that you would use? You know, let us know kind of from you as the audience, what laptops do you need yours for? Keep it clean. What do you need yours for? What is it that you do in the day-to-day that you need in a laptop? Let us know in the comments. So that was number 2. So let's press on to number 3, and we're going to go over to the HP 250. The 250 G6. Have a look at this and see what you think. Have a look. So this is it, the HP 250 G6. So again, HP makes a kind of, they do a lot of really good laptops in terms of the industries that I've worked in the past. They do some really, really good ones again, and they do really well with keeping it under the £500 mark as well. So a model that, and this model especially, boasts some pretty respectable specs, making it ideal for everyday tasks, including, you know, your casual web surfing, editing documents. It might handle streaming, but I'll probably say it wouldn't be able to do much more than that. Its display, in my opinion, could be a little sharper, possibly a little brighter, but it's got a powerful battery at its disposal. This laptop is kind of unlikely to run out of any battery, even if you're away from a power socket most of the day, for example. It's not going to blow you away. It's not a massive laptop, but it is reliable, and that's all you need kind of at the price point that this is at. So in terms of spec wise on it, so you're looking, sorry, excuse me, so you're looking at, it's got 4 gigs of RAM. It's got a 500 gigabyte hard drive on board. Again, as we stated earlier, we use a lot of cloud-based stuff now, so perhaps that might not be as necessary to you as you thought. It's got Bluetooth 4.0, webcam, it's got obviously built-in microphones, all that kind of stuff, 2 USB ports, HDMI port on board there, headphone jack, It's got SD card reader. Comes natively with Windows 10. Looking at the weight. Sorry, it's 2 kilograms. So 2 kilograms in weight. Again, it is something that is very, very basic. It will do the job. But is this going to be one that would possibly suit you? Now, the HP 250G6, again, you can pick this up from Amazon. Links are in the description already. Price-wise, in the UK here, it's £306, but in US dollars, you can pick it up for £382. So, again, still quite a decent budget there. Would that be one that would suit you and your pocket? Let us know, let us know. So, I mean, from the video there, it does look like if you're into just basic stuff and you just need to get that stuff done, perhaps that might be one, you know, that could be one for you at a decent price point. And again, a lot of these products that you see, if you look at, you know, if you look at for sale and swap sites, you can probably get them reconditioned even cheaper, again, making that saving there as well. So that's not a bad one there. I did miss out, by the way, the Lenovo IdeaPad. I didn't give you the price on that one, by the way, my apologies. So you can pick the Lenovo one up from Amazon, and that was £199 or $248. So I forgot to mention that as I moved on. So that was number 3. We're going to move steaming on into number 4. Now we're going to move on to, again, our friends at Lenovo. And Lenovo do make some pretty good laptops, in my opinion. Or no, I will say it. Yeah, they do make pretty good ones. But this is the Lenovo. Again, it's an IdeaPad, but it's a different model. This is the Lenovo IdeaPad S340. The S340. Now you can pick this up for £349 here in the UK, or $430 US, and you can pick it up from Amazon. Again, links are in the description below, so you can have a look. So it's got the AMD Ryzen technology on board, so it has got a speedy processor no matter what tasks you kind of throw at it. So it's got eye care mode, physical webcam shutter, which again for privacy and peace of mind, that's always a nice thing to do. It's got rapid charging technology. It's got the protective finish to guard against scratches and scrapes, so that it's got a nice protective layer on it, especially if you're throwing it in your bag, you're getting it out and about. It's nice that they've got that layer on there. The weight of it is just 1.69 kilograms, so there's no reason to kind of be stuck at your desk really if you're going to, you know, if you need to move off to a cafe or go round to your parents' house, for example, with a laptop. You can take the Lenovo IdeaPad 340 along with you. So if you use Word or PowerPoint all the time for things like work or school, you probably won't leave your laptop at home. I can imagine you'd probably take it with you. The form factor of it is a notebook form factor, so but the screen size wise 14 inches, screen resolution 1920 by 1080, maximum display resolution is 1080p full HD pixels. The processor is, like I mentioned earlier on, it's the AMD Ryzen 3 Pro. It's got 4 gigs of RAM on board, 128 gigabytes of internal hard drive size. A few other features on board, as I mentioned earlier on. It's got all the usual standards of Bluetooth, USB ports, DVD-ROMs, and it comes with the Windows as their main operating system on board. But so really, the reasons to buy, if you was to pick this one up, it looks the part. It does come in a couple of colours. It costs way under £500, and it has a strong build quality on board. So again, it is not a bad device for under that price point. And I mean, for £349, and as I mentioned earlier on, you could probably get it even cheaper now if you just look on these second-hand shops, or you know, online, eBay, in your local communities where you are. You might even be able to find it even cheaper, so that is not bad. Now the last one is the more expensive one in the list. I've put it in it only because I've used this one and another version of it, and I think in terms of portability, taking it away, doing work, doing school work, doing the things that it needs to do, I think it does deserve to be on the list for that, you know, for that tad more than what you would pay, I think they're absolutely worth it. And the last one on our top 5 is the Microsoft Surface Go. Now, I've used both of the Surface Go and the Surface Pro, and I think just the way they're built, the design of it, I think they are a really good Windows-based laptop if you need to work on the move, or you need it for work and school and stuff. So take a look at this and see what you think. So this is then, as I mentioned, the Microsoft Surface Go. Now you can pick this up for around £380, so or 470 US dollars, and you can pick this up directly from Microsoft's website. They may have had a deal on where it was that price, but you can pick it up directly from there. So it's got high-res 10-inch pixel dense display. You know, it can be touched, it can be wrote on. It's the lightest surface they've done, just starting at 1.15 pounds. So it's got a 10-point multi-touch, so again you can have that folio keyboard or do the touchscreen where you can use it as a bit of a tablet. Battery life on it, all day battery life with up to 9 hours of unplugged power. It's got ambient light sensors, runs Windows 10. But with Windows, they've got that streamlined security and performance on their security protection. You know, especially Microsoft's protection in their devices is really, really good. Includes multitasking, USB-C, fast charging, Surface Connect, headphone jacks, and as I just mentioned then, you can use it in either a laptop, tablet or studio mode. So they do come in a variety of different options, and they are actually really, really easy to use. So the max screen resolution on this one is 1800 by 1200 pixels. It's got a 1.6 gigahertz Pentium processor, 8 gigabytes of RAM on board. It's got a flash memory solid state hard drive. Again, it's got 2 megabytes of graphics card RAM size on there. Comes with a Windows 10 on board. Does come in a couple of colours, I think, as well. In terms of the cameras, it's got some cameras built into it. It's got an 8 megapixel rear camera. It's got the Intel processor. And again, it is just generally, in my opinion, a really good, is it a laptop, is it a tablet, what is it? But in my opinion, it's not a bad device, and especially at the price. Yes, it is slightly more expensive. It is £379, but it's slightly more, but you can do a lot with it. So it's, in my opinion, I think it's impressively portable, very useful. You can get loads of accessories for it to expand out to then use a second monitor. And again, just using the tablet and hybrid modes allows you to do a lot more with it. So you can, it just looks like a really good tablet. So those were my 5 that I've managed to find out within a fairly good price point, to be honest. But what do you make of the 5 that was on there? Are you using one at the moment that's not in the list? Have a look, go into, let us know in the comments if you're watching this live now, jump in the chat box, or get them in the comments. Let us know what you thought about it and what your top 5 are. Speaking about the comments, I've been chatting for far too long. Let's jump into the chat box and see what you guys are saying. Let's have a look. So good evening to you all. Thank you very much for staying with us. So where did I get up to before? Oh my word, you've all been chatting. Let's have a look. So, Fish Chris, what days do you make videos? So, at the moment, live streams are once a week. Primarily, we are testing them at the moment. So it'll either be a Friday or a Saturday. We're doing some A/B testing just to see what works better for you, the community. In terms of the video releases, the ones that we pre-record, we don't have set days for them. But if you follow us on our social media channels, you get enough advance notice of when they're coming. I tend to share when I'm editing them or when I'm filming them and stuff, and then I'll give you more of a realistic date towards once I've done it. But I do try, I've got to juggle children at home, trying to film, trying to do all that. So I don't have a set date for them, but this live stream is either Friday or a Saturday. But again, it goes back to follow us on our social media channels, and I'll be able to tell you more over on that way. So hopefully that answers your question. So this is your second time watching as well, Fish Chris. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. It's always nice to have new people jumping in on board. So thank you, Gary, our moderator there, jumping in. Thank you, Victor DB. Good evening to you. You joined us every single week as well. Hi to you. It's nice to see you there. So you're just wondering if it's better to have a cheap laptop or make down setup on a cheap laptop, like buying a USB hub, mouse, keyboard, and a big screen to connect it. So that is a hard one, only because I would say yes and no ish. You can buy cheaper laptops and then upgrade them by just buying the parts all second-hand and trying to upgrade them that way. But if you have a Samsung device, I'm only saying this because I love using it. If you have a Samsung device from the S8 or upwards, and that includes the Note series upwards as well, if you have a USB-C hub, you can plug in USB-C at the bottom and plug it into an external monitor, and then your phone becomes ideally this second laptop, and it boots up into this big screen. I've done a video on Samsung DeX on the channel, so have a look at it. That is a hard question. If it's better to have a cheap laptop or make your own down setup on a cheap tablet, like buying a USB hub mouse. I have tried to look at stuff like that as well, just to see if it is cheaper. I would probably say more so now today, because of the technology we have and the pricing that you can probably get it at. It's probably better, in my opinion, to get a cheaper laptop. But if you might want to try, if you have a Samsung device that's the S8 or upwards, it might be worth trying Samsung DeX first. Try that, see if you adapt to it, which again you can plug in wired mouse and keyboard with it, or you can get it uses Bluetooth mouse and keyboards as well. It's really flexible, it's really good, and it's like almost like having a laptop in your pocket. So it might be worth going and having a look at that one. Victor, go and have a look. So let's jump in there as well. So Gary, you want that's basic enough for your son to use for schoolwork, but then for me a little more upbeat, basic video editing, etc. I would probably say, Gary, I'll probably say 4 of the ones that we chose in the list would be able to do what you've asked it to do, I think. I'd probably say, I can't remember which one it was now. It's probably the HP 250 G6, probably won't be able to handle a lot of that stuff, but all the other ones might be able to, so definitely worth having a look. So Victor, you usually use my Fire 10 tablet as a laptop, iMac mouse and keyboard. Yeah, absolutely. But I would highly recommend, if you've got a Samsung one, S8 upwards, give Samsung DeX a try, and every year it does just seem to get better and better. There's more improvements in it, more apps come on board where they can be tweaked into a desktop mode. And the only thing I'm waiting for with Samsung DeX is being able to use apps like Premiere Pro to do more editing with. I know there are editing apps out there, but I just prefer it. There's Adobe Rush, but it doesn't have all the features in using chroma keys and stuff. But that's for another episode. That's for another episode. So thank you to you guys for staying in the chat. Hope you're all well still. Thank you still for joining us and getting your questions in. So those were my top 5. Now, because of course you guys come to see us and you talk to us here, as always, we do like to give something back to you on our live stream. And for that, the competition is still running for your chance to win the F20 smartwatch, courtesy of our friends at foreverstore.co. So if you've not headed over there yet, I'm going to show you exactly what to do. So what you need to do is head over to our website. It's mmbtechtv.co.uk. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier on. When you go to our main homepage, you'll see when you scroll down the page, there is a competition link on there. There it is. So you'll see where it says it's competition time. All you need to do is simply click on the enter competition button. Once you've entered that, it will load up our big page, and this is the details of the watch that you could be walking away with, and of course it's completely free as well, so why not? You've got nothing to lose. So this is the watch that you could be walking away with. So again, it is here, as we mentioned at the start of the live stream. It is here, it's in the UK. I'm just waiting to get it, so hopefully I'll be able to. I'm not going to touch it until next week's live stream, and then I'll be able to give you a live view of it. But it's almost a clone of the Samsung Galaxy Active Watch 2, which I'm really interested to see. So it comes with loads of stuff, from heart rate monitoring, full retina display, blood oxygen measuring, health and activity tracking, sedentary reminders, calorie consumption, sleep monitor, multi-sport modes, calls and notification reminders, incredible battery life, which apparently it's got 7 days worth of battery life in a single charge, which would be really interesting to see. It runs with the Fundry Pro app, and it's IP68 certified as well, against dust and water. So all you would need to do, there are a couple of options within the competition box. One of them would be to make sure you subscribe, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram. The more of those options you do, the more the more chance you've got of winning. So as you can see at the minute, it's 159 entries with only 28 days to go. So if you want to be in with your chance to win, all you need to do is get yourself over there, head over to mmbtechtv.co.uk and get your entries in. So I wanted to give you a bit of a closer look of the actual watch itself. So it's been sent from foreverstore.co. So there are two stores that work together, same company, but they have different platforms. So you've got eardots.co, who specialise in audio equipment, and then you've got foreverstore.co that specialise in watches and stuff. So I'll show you if I can find it. Oh, sorry, the F2 smartwatch. Sorry, my bad. So the F2 smartwatch. So here it is. So let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. So as you can see, it's got that rounded full screen display. Now, the rounded ones we've seen in the past before, they generally are, they're like a square LCD display, but on a round screen. So they're not totally round, whereas this is that full round display. Comes in a couple of colours as well, gold, black and silver. So colour for everybody. I believe it's the gold one that's being sent to us to review, so we'll have a look at that. But I mentioned all the other features earlier on. You can change all your main displays on it, all your watch faces. There are a bunch of them that you can get involved there. It's got all your different sports modes. Essentially, they've done a really good job in trying to replicate the active watch, which I'm really looking forward to digging in, going into some more detail about it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we should be getting them on the show. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm keeping them really, really crossed. So if you want your chance to win, that's all you need to do is simply head over mmbtechtv.co.uk. Go and get involved. So we not only have we got this now landed in the UK, for those of you that like Apple products or AirPods even, we have got some sorry, my apologies. We've got these Samsung's Galaxy. I can't even say Galaxy Buds Plus. There we go, got it out. Galaxy Buds Plus being sent out, but their cloned version of them. Now, these are from eardots.co. So as we mentioned earlier on, this is their sister company to that. So this is eardots.co. And they do loads of different. These are the ones that I've got. These are the where are they? Oh, there we go. The Eevnos Pro. They're the ones I have. Keep them every day, and they're really, really good. But the ones that they've sent in to us are the Eardots Buds Plus. So this is their clone of the Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus. They're new ones that they released alongside with the S20. So I'll be really looking forward to digging in, having a good look, doing some testing, and hopefully, again, if they arrive in a decent amount of time, we can unbox them live on the show and do some tests and stuff, which would be really, really good. And they come in a couple of colours as well, blue, black and white. Now, the good thing with both of these companies, they're both, of course, exactly the same, but they offer two different things. Is that they offer this lifetime warranty, which I've never seen in another company before, where if your product breaks, gets lost, gets damaged, well, actually, I'll just even read it to you. So we know that the biggest problem with buds is that they get lost easily. So if your eardots get lost, damaged or stolen, we'll send you a new pair of our lifetime warranty, which is automatically included. Wherever do you get that? You don't get that anywhere else. So if you break, damage, lose them, they'll send you a new pair. There may be like a $20 admin fee or postage fee, but that's it, just for a replacement, which I've never seen in any other company before. It just shows that how much they just trust in their company and how much they believe in their products and stuff. So that is on the way. So we've got the watch, we've got the Galaxy Buds Plus on the way, but we've got a load of more videos coming up as well. So we are going to unbox them live on the live streams, but then we're going to film them properly and have them released as well. So we've got the best editing apps. That is going to be one that's coming up. AirPods Pro, the full review of that, the F2 smartwatch review, that's still to come. There are a few more products that are in the pipeline, but what I wanted to do is ask you exactly what do you like, or what kind of stuff would you like to see us review on the show, because of course MMB Tech TV was designed for you in mind. It was designed for you as the audience. So what kind of items do you want us to try and review on the show? Now, as hopefully lockdown will start to ease shortly, fingers crossed, we want to obviously of course try and reach out to more people. We're going to try and reach out to a few more businesses and try and get some more items in. So if you want anything reviewing on the show, get them in. Now, if you're watching this on the replay, get them questions in, put them comments in the comments box. That's what it's there for. Or you can reach us on our social media platforms. So that's our top 5 in the show. We still have, I've mentioned it every week, we've still got our YouTube Tech collaboration on the way. That's not been filmed yet due to a couple of other things coming in and out, but that is still on the way, so we'll let you know when that comes. But to catch up with most of the stuff that we do daily, you can find us over on Instagram, we're mainly there, or you can check us out on Twitter as well, which you should be able to see it scrolling just along the bottom of the screen there, so you can come and check us out. So before we disappear, of course it'd be rude not to, just to jump back into our chat box just one more time, just to see who's still with us. Thank you very much for staying with us. It's always good to see you all. So Gary, yes it does, the watch does look really, really nice, but the only thing when you see products like this is that you go, they look really, really good on the picture, but does it look good in real life? So we will find out. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I was really hoping that it would arrive in the post today or be delivered today, but it didn't, which is a shame. Never mind. But yeah, never mind. So the question, I was going to say that you've never heard of that, of any company that offer that. No. Which is why when I read about it and I looked into their terms and conditions really, really closely, and I think there is, you only pay an admin fee and that's it. I mean, I think then they only ask for the admin fees so that people don't take the mick, so they don't rip them off, because you could be doing it every week, couldn't you, And I don't think any other company does do that, so I think it just really shows how much they believe in their company and what they offer. So if you are watching this on the replay, I will put their link actually to both stores. I'll put it in the show notes. I've not put it in at the moment, but I will at the end of this. Go and have a look. They do have an abundance of products. Like I said, I've already got the which ones have I got? I've got the Galaxy Bud clones. I've got those ones. The AirPods, I've got them. And then of course we're gonna have the Buds Plus. They did send out the new Apple ones, but they've obviously been lost in the post somewhere. They sent us a tracking reference, and I think it was stuck in China still. It's not left there yet, so I think we're talking to them to try and get another pair sent out. But of course, we'll be then hopefully doing more things from what you want us to do. So if there are any products that you want us to review, all you need to do is simply just let us know. Get them in the comments, or you can contact us on any of our social media channels. But those were our top 5 budget laptops. Do you think they met the budget that you might be wanting to look at? Are you going to be having a look at any of them at the end of the show? You never know. Go and have a look. Or if any of them didn't make the list, or they didn't, if yours didn't have a little look, if yours didn't get in there, let us know what your favourite laptop was. And of course, you can catch up with us all the time. You can catch up with us all the time on all the social media platforms. We are always there. So before we go, I'm going to jump back in the chat one more time just to see. So Victor, I'm not yet into smartwatches, but I have to try one. Sorry, excuse me. Yes, you do. Smartwatches are the way forward. Do you know what? I never wore a smartwatch until we started this show, and I reviewed. It was the Kingwear KW18 smartwatch, and it was my first ever one. And that's where the show. Actually, no. What was it? Yes, sorry, my apologies. I bought the watch. I bought it from Gearbest. It was about $25, $30, and we bought it, and I thought that's where the show spurred from, because I really wanted one of these big Samsung active, you know, big Samsung Galaxy watches, but I begrudge paying £200-300 for a watch. I just won't do it. So that's when I thought, well, there's got to be more products like this at a decent price, and this is where kind of the show or the channel evolved from, and this is where we are. You know, how many years down the line now? 3 years down the line now. Just over 5,000 subscribers later, and we're still getting the products and still living to that, where we're trying to help you find those affordable products faster. So I know I absolutely agree with you there. I agree with you. You do need to try one. You have the Halo one. Oh, let's have a look. You have the Halo one. It costs $30 US. There you go. $30 US, next to nothing for a smartwatch. But of course, we will be doing. I didn't mention it in my list. We're going to be doing some smartwatch reviews as well, like a top 5 if you're looking at a certain particular brand or within a certain price point. We've got some episodes of called Gadgets for Less Than. I don't know if you ever caught them as a series in our channel, but we do a series of where we have a certain amount of items for a certain price. That's coming back. We're starting to reach out to people now. We know the products we want. We're just trying to get them as soon as we can get them in. I'm hoping once the rubbishness of the outside world calms down, then we will be able to get the products a bit faster. That's another episode that's coming as well. So before I go, I want to say thank you to Gary, for our moderator for today's show. Thank you very much to you. It's always nice to have you in the chat as well. And of course, it's been so nice to see loads of you in the chat as well. So thank you very much for sticking around and getting your conversation in there, because of course, as we mentioned earlier, the show is designed all around you, the viewer. So thank you very much for sticking around. Thanks to you. As mentioned, if you want anything in the show, or you want us to recommend something, or you want something to review on the show, all you need to do is simply let us know. But thank you very much for joining us. I hope you all have a great week, whatever you're doing. And don't forget, if you want to get your questions in, get them over at the mmbtechtv website for next week's show. So go and get them in. But thank you very much for watching. I've been Ryan, and I'll see you next week. It's bye-bye for now.